Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about my 2014 Shelby GT350. I've had the car going on 5 months now, so I've learned a lot more about it. When I bought it, I didn't know much about it. I just knew that it was a limited production car, and that it was rare, and I knew the price point was a good price. So I've learned a lot more about it, and I'm just here to update you, and so we're just going to start from the get-go. So this is my 2014 Shelby GT350. His name's Kong. I bought him back at the beginning of May. Yeah, into April, beginning of May. I think it's beginning of May. He had like 5,900 miles on him. Not much at all. He's got about 76 on him now, so we've put about 1,600 miles on him. And man, I love this car. So Carroll Shelby announced in 2010 that they were going to be bringing back a limited production of the GT350s that they made from 1965 to 1970. And they were made the same way, like the old GT350s. It was a Mustang bought from Ford and then went to Shelby and was outfitted as a GT350. So this one's the same way. You had to order it through, I believe the only one offered it was Shelby in Las Vegas, Nevada. That's at least where mine's from, and everyone that I've seen. So they made only 414 of them from 2011 to 2014, which makes this car more rare than the original 1965 GT350. In 1965, they made 513 of them. So, in my year, I think the biggest year they had was like 160 of these, 160 or 180. My year, I only have 87 of them. There's only two 2014 black glass tops in existence. One has a manual transmission, one has automatic. I have the one with the manual transmission. Therefore, making my car one of one, you will not find another black glass top with a manual transmission with the same details that my car has. Mine is the smaller of the two superchargers that they offered. It was 526 horsepower from the factory. I'm guessing that's crank horsepower and not wheel horsepower. My car, however, now is making over 600, I think it's 613 if I remember right, to the wheels. So it's a pretty good jump from that, in my opinion. So in a second, we'll get to talking about that. A lot of this information I actually got, I bought a magazine that was talking about the 2011 GT350. That gave me a lot of information, just researching and talking to other GT350 owners in this body style. So it's pretty cool. I have the magazine in here later. You can pause and read through it if you'd like. I just bought it to have another showpiece to go with my car. You will notice with that particular car, it has a center exhaust where it's two pipes coming out right up under the license plate. I know they did it for 2011. I think they did it for 2012 as well. But I just don't think it was as popular and people didn't like it as much, so they went to the dual exhaust with the oval tips like the Super Snakes. A lot of people actually don't like these tips and say they look like fart cans. I personally like them, and you can't just go buy a set of Shelby oval tips. You have to pretty much buy them off of another car. So I like them. It does have a Borla exhaust. Mine has a Ford Performance suspension. So it had the smaller of the two of the superchargers. They had two different interiors. You had an upgraded. Mine's just a base. Their lower interior. It's still a nice leather heated seats that they engraved the GT350 on. But they had, I think there were Recaros that were embroidered too. That was the upgraded. My car doesn't have that. Personally, I like the seats that I have. I've never had a car with heated seats, so I'm really excited to have that and to be able to use that. I bought the car at the beginning of summer, so I haven't got to use it yet. So as far as what's aftermarket, the first thing you'll see is actually the wheels. In this picture, it's not a good picture because I've actually got Devon's show wheels on in this one. But you'll see a black and bronze wheel on this car. The bronze, I love it, the little touch, because everybody's like, oh, it's got silver on the outside. The car actually has bronze accents on the inside. So, beautiful. They are Vossen VWS 3s. They're imported from Japan. It takes months to get them. But that's what the guy put on the car. The bronze is especially colored that they put on there. I thought I had bent it because I blew a tire. I was worried about that, so I called them. They said you're looking at a minimum of $1,500 just to replace that one wheel. Ridiculous. They are a set of 20s. When I bought the car, they had the Michelin Pilot Super Sport 4s or Pilot 4 Super Sports, whatever. I did not like them. They didn't ride very good in my opinion, and I ended up blowing a tire. Don't know what happened. That's another story as well too. So I replaced them with the Nitto G2s all the way around. I love them. Put them on the car, drove on them for a weekend, and I got the clip that holds your trailer pin into the back of your trailer hitch. I ran over one of those just perfect enough to get into my sidewall. So I had to replace that. I was very fortunate that I had the warranty on my tires from Discount Tire. It cost me $50 to replace the tire and put the warranty back on instead of costing me about $350. So I was pretty happy about that. So that's Aftermarket as far as the looks on that. The front bumper, you'll see little fog lights in it. Those aren't supposed to be there. Those are actually vents for the rotor, so I guess it's something Aftermarket the guy put on there. As far as performance, he did a Roush intake, a smaller Whipple pulley, Cook headers with less restrictive cats, and the car got dynoed at Pro Dyno, which is where Devin has been taking his. It'll get changed up. And it dynoed at 613 to the wheels, which I'm pretty happy about that. Devin thinks that we could push it to do a little bit more because he thinks that Dan probably made it a little more conservative because at the time when the car got dynoed, it only had like 4,000 or 5,000 miles on it, so not much. So Devin thinks we could do more. Devin's actually been talking. Oh, it also has a VMP twin throttle body on it, which is the same one that's on Devin's car. Devin has a friend that has the mono blade, so we were thinking about trying to get that off of him. But we'll have to see if that happens. As far as that, oh, and I replaced the stripes. There was a bubbling under one of the stripes, which ended up being the paint, which is a common problem with the later end of the SN197s and some of the new S550s. So that's about it. I added a few little details under the hood, like the fuse box cover and the battery cover. But anyways, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions. It's a really cool car, really unique, and as I said, I'll go over another video of why this is the most controversial car on the internet, at least in the Mustang aspect. Y'all have a great day.